The haunting of Blackwood Hotel. The Blackwood Hotel stood in eerie silence under a moonless sky. Its once grand facade was now cracked and covered in ivy, as if time itself had tried to erase its existence, but something inside refused to be forgotten. I had heard the stories, the whispers of tragedy, the tales of guests who never checked out. As a paranormal investigator, I had explored many haunted locations, but nothing prepared me for what I would experience that night. The sinister past moment I stepped inside, the air felt different, heavy, as if the walls were holding their breath. My flashlight flickered, its beam barely cutting through the suffocating darkness. This place was once alive with music and laughter, I whispered to my camera, but something changed, something dark. I had done my research. The hotel opened in 1923, a luxurious escape for the wealthy, but soon tragedy struck. The most infamous case was that of Clara Reynolds, a young newlywed who checked into room 36 with her husband. The next morning, her body was found in the courtyard below, her face frozen in an expression of terror. The official report called it an accident. But witnesses claimed to have heard her screams long before she fell. Since then, guests reported strange occurrences, whispers in the corridors, doors slamming shut on their own, and most chillingly, the sound of soft, desperate knocking from inside room 36, even when it was unoccupied. The hotel's atmosphere walked further into the decaying lobby. The grand chandelier, now covered in cobwebs, swung slightly, though the air was still. The faded wallpaper peeled at the edges, revealing strange markings beneath. My footsteps echoed through the empty halls, the sound stretching longer than it should have. I turned a corner. A large mirror stood at the end of the hallway. My breath hitched, there was something wrong. My reflection was there. It felt off. I leaned in closer, heart pounding. For a split second, the reflection behind me moved, though I hadn't. I spun around. Nothing. I took a shaky breath. It's just my mind playing tricks. But deep down, I wasn't sure. Paranormal encounters dittered to document any activity. I set up my equipment: an EVP recorder, a thermal camera, and an EMF detector. The air grew colder, the temperature dropping from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 48 degrees Fahrenheit in mere seconds. My breath now visible, I hit record on the EVP device. "Is anyone here?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. A long silence. Then, a faint static crackled through the recorder. A whisper, barely audible. "Leave, now." A chill ran down my spine. Shh. I turned to my thermal camera. The screen showed something impossible, a dark, humanoid shape standing at the end of the hallway, unmoving. But when I looked with my own eyes, there was nothing there. I took a step forward. The shape moved. The camera glitched, then turned off completely. That's when I heard it. The sound of slow, deliberate footsteps. Coming from room 36, the spirit's stories. I hesitated, my pulse hammering in my ears. I had to know. I had to see. Room 36's door stood slightly ajar, the darkness inside almost breathing. I pushed it open. The room was eerily intact, as if frozen in time. The bed remained neatly made, a single chair facing the window, the very window Clara had fallen from. I stepped inside. The air was suffocating. My EMF detector spiked violently, beeping at an unnatural frequency. Then the knocking started, soft, rhythmic, right behind me. I turned so fast I nearly lost my footing. The closet door. That was closed before, wasn't it? Now it stood slightly open. I reached out, my fingers trembling. Just as I touched the handle, bang, the door slammed shut with inhuman force. My flashlight died. The room plunged into darkness, and then a whisper, inches from my ear. "Help me." I ran. I didn't stop running until I was outside, my chest heaving. I turned back to the hotel. The windows were dark, empty. But as I caught my breath, I saw its room 36's curtain shifting, as if someone was standing behind it. Blackwood Hotel remains abandoned, but the spirits inside are anything but. What happened to Clara? Was she pushed? Did she jump? Or was there something else? Something still lurking within those walls? That's for you to decide. But if you ever find yourself near Blackwood Hotel, listen closely, because some guests never leave. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever had a paranormal experience? Share your story in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more haunted tales.